The Veiled One, by Ruth Rendell. Read by George Baker. The woman was lying dead on the floor when he came in, dead and covered from head to toe, but Wexford only knew that afterwards. At the time he had been preoccupied, thinking of an assortment of things. His wife's birthday present, modern architecture. Yesterday's gale which had blown down his garden fence. The car park he was entering from the descending, rattling, grey metal life. He had just come from the Barringdean Centre, the new shopping complex built to look like a castle. That was the style modern planners thought suitable on the outskirts of an ancient Sussex town, where nothing genuinely medieval remained. Inside, all was of the late 20th century. A great fountain played in the central concourse, its waterspouts almost reaching the chandelier of frosted glass. Wexford had entered at this point into the mandala, a set piece with potted plants in concentric circles, brown chrysanthemums, yellow chrysanthemums, and white poinsettias. The crowds were thinning. It was getting on for 6, when the centre closed. A Tesco's superstore filled one end, British Home Stores the other. Between them was Boots the chemist and W.H. Smith facing it, the mandala in between. Down a side passage, children still played on a fat zebra made of black and white leather, a high-tech climbing frame, a dragon on wheels. Wexford found the shop where Dora had pointed out to him a sweater she liked. Addresses, it was called, and the chocolate shop next to it, and a wood and crafts place called Knits and Kits on the other side, and Demeter, the health food shop opposite. Wexford went into Addresses and bought the sweater. By now shoppers were being hustled out, and the lights were dimming. Wexford had sat on one of the wrought-iron benches ranged along the aisle, and let the crowd make its way out, the great exodus of cars from the parks get under way. Now, in the stillness of a dark, misty evening, Wexford found himself alone at the entrance to the underground car park. He had come by way of a metal door, whose clanging reverberations could still be heard as the lift descended, and at the same time feet pounded up the stairs. Someone running hard. That was something else he remembered later. Wexford stepped out of the lift at the second of 4 levels, and came into the wide aisle between the avenue of pillars. Most of the cars were gone, and the place seemed desolate. 3 cars remained. On the left a red Metro, and diagonally opposite to it, on the right, parked side by side, a silver Escort and a dark blue Lancia. The woman's body lay between these two, concealed by a shroud of dirty brown velvet, which made it look like a heap of rags. Or so they told him afterwards. At the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?